and all of the other concerns that surround it. I know Governor Josh Stein was in Southport yesterday talking about the concerns and some of the assessments and conversations that they're going to be continuing harping on, especially around mental health. So we do have a story. Charlene spoke to those mental health professionals as well as emergency management to talk about the recent shootings in light of conversations about mental health and safety.
At a press conference on Monday in Southport, Governor Josh Stein voiced how the state's mental health system is in need of fixing after a shooting that left 3 people dead and 5 hurt. Mental health experts say the impact of mass violence can reach far beyond the people at the scene.
The body carries the weight, the mind carries the weight from being able to hear those stories. Even though you didn't experience it, even though you didn't have bullets flying by your head, the body can still hold on to that tension and that unrest.
With the rise in mass violence, Gill encourages people dealing with mental health challenges to get professional help and be real with others about how they are really doing.
We need to get back to where we can find friends and families, maybe even our coaches or teachers or pastors or people in the community that are our friends that we can go to and just say, hey, I'm kind of struggling with this. Can we talk through this?
Emergency management leaders say in times of mass violence, their job is to plan for the unthinkable.
As far as active shooters or mass violence, as it were, for multiple casualty events, we try to train our paramedics on triage. Law enforcement has frequent trainings surrounding how to respond and act on those events. And so then we try to have conversations on how to coordinate and be most efficient and rapidly respond for them to neutralize the threat and then for us to evacuate the victims.
Officials stress that paying attention to your surroundings can save your life.
Situational awareness is very important. Knowing where you are, who is with you, who's around you, always knowing where an exit is in a building is just like looking for an AED or a fire extinguisher. Knowing how to get out of whatever building you are in other than the front door.
All right, well, I know we have a lot of weather to dig into, so Jim, I'm going to hand it over to you.
Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to start off with some live cams, a little look at the radar, and then we'll dig into the tropics. So much to talk about, so little time. Let's start radar, and I'll pop some of these images out for you. Wet, wet, wet. West of us, I-95 westbound, a wet morning. That rain's been kind of hanging around through the overnight back there. No flooding problems. This has been light to moderate rain west of us. Over us, a lot of clouds, pretty heavy, thick cloud deck, but not yielding a lot of rain. That rain generally running from I-95 again westward and should hold that. There's a little weak stationary front near the coast. The moisture kind of rides over the front and lifts up into the upper levels of the atmosphere and gets heavy enough back there to the west where it starts coming down as rain. But over us, we're doing okay in terms of rain. Take the umbrella. We will see a few showers around. Greenville 70. That 70 is going to creep upward. We might add 5 or 6 to that, and that's it. It's mid-70s into the afternoon. And you can see that wind north, 15, gusting 10 above that. 25 at times. Down in Jacksonville, Amanda, you'll gust maybe 30, 35 at times over the next few days. I really think the stronger winds looks like tonight into tomorrow morning, although reasonable winds. I say that. Nothing, no damage, nothing blowing around out there too much. All right, 71 in Washington, clouds again, more clouds down to the beaches. Morehead City at 75, 16 on a north wind, occasionally hitting 30 in gusts along the Crystal Coast. All right, now on the beaches today, the rip current risk, that high you see there, that's not going to change for a while. I think through at least Friday, probably a high rip risk, perhaps into the weekend. Crystal Coast might start trending down if we get lucky into the weekend, because we are going to have sunshine this weekend. Got to watch that rip risk though. Mid to upper 70s, both sand and surf, Outer Banks to Crystal Coast. And again, those winds 20 to 30, gusting a little higher. Low tide now, high tide 2 o'clock this afternoon. That high tide more amplified with those winds and higher waters. Coastal flood warnings and advisories out. I'll show you that in just a sec. So our 2 tropical systems tracking away from the U.S. now. Neither of them getting any closer. Check it out. Although Umberto is moving northbound, and then turning northeast later today, tonight. So Bermuda misses Umberto, but Imelda, right now the models bring that storm almost right over the island tomorrow night as maybe a Cat 1 to 2 hurricane. I'll show you Imelda's track here. 70, still I take that back. Looks like it is a hurricane now. Hurricane Imelda updated 8 a.m. to 75 mile an hour winds. That just came down. So now we do have 2 hurricanes out there. Moving northeast at 7, Imelda is. There's that track as we head through time. And again, very close to potentially Bermuda as we get into tomorrow night. And the winds maybe around 100 sustained as it passes near the island. So it could be a Cat 2 there for the island. They're watching close. There's Umberto. This one's going down in strength. Winds are at 100, moving off to the north and then turning northeast and headed out to sea. Again, that one avoiding both the U.S. and Bermuda altogether. Winds 20 to 25 inland, 35, occasionally 40 on the coast today into tomorrow. And again, we'll break the clouds up tomorrow, get some sunshine back in here. Winds stay up into Thursday, probably Friday as well, and then we'll start to ease those up into the weekend. Near 80 both Saturday and Sunday, lows in the 50s. Next week, clouds sticking a bit Tuesday with a 20% chance of rain. That update, Gigi, on Imelda, that came down just now. So even 6 minutes ago, I was in the weather lab looking at the data, and it wasn't there. So now, officially, we do have Hurricane Imelda, but moving away. It's moving northeast now. It's not getting any closer. So no worries with that storm. Just the big surf the next few days, some beach erosion, dangerous rip currents, all the usual suspects on the beaches through the end of the week.
All right, awesome. Well, thanks for the update, Jim.
Yep.
And thank you, everyone, for joining us this morning. Also, just want to say a good morning to George as well in our comments. Thank you so much for being here. Jim's going to be back at 9 a.m. for another weather update. He'll dive deeper into Hurricane Imelda now. Yeah, and we'll talk about that weekend weather. I'll get into the model data. I didn't have time to do that. I'll show you when the clouds break, if we're going to get much more rain today. I don't see much. A little hint there, but we'll talk about that, a little more detail on that at 9 a.m. All right. Well, hope you all have a wonderful Tuesday. Have a good one.
This hour of the WITN First Alert Desk is sponsored by Toyota of Goldsboro.